Viewers, let's move on. Let's move on and let's talk about our neighbor Pakistan. Viewers, when Pakistan's lawmakers aren't selling the precious reserves of their nation to the highest bidder, and you can see that in the middle of your screens, they showed up in the Oval Office with a bag full, a tray full of precious metals. When they are not selling their nation to the highest bidder so that they can schmooze in comfort, these netas of Pakistan are betraying their girl children and women. Viewers, this is the unbelievable reality in Pakistan. Unbelievable. And today we are going to unmask the pervert face of Pakistan. Viewers, when I say that they betray their girl children and women, it's not an exaggeration. I will point you in the direction of this man to the right of your screens. This is Pak MP, or Member of Parliament Fazlur Rehman, who has openly threatened to defy Pakistan's new child marriage and domestic violence proposed legislations and laws. Speaking in the National Assembly, the Jamiat Ulema-e-Islam-Fazl chief rejected proposed bills to outlaw marrying prepubescent girls and securing married women, calling them unconstitutional and against Islamic principles. So basically what he is saying is, viewers, allow us to marry girls younger than 13. Also, allow us to abuse our women with impunity. He in fact went on to claim he would openly violate the law and even attend and facilitate marriages involving children to oppose the ban. Despite being present in the House, the Pakistan Prime Minister has not come out and publicly denounced these remarks, and neither have any cabinet ministers. This is because the Pak Prime Minister is busy courting Fazlur Rehman and has repeatedly asked him to join the ruling coalition government. Not just this, viewers. What does this tell you? If this mindset has made its way into Parliament, it is because it is being elected. In whatever sham election, viewers, there is. No one is there coming out to picket Fazlur Rehman in Pakistan. No one is coming out there to say that, look, what you are saying is wrong and you should actually be boycotted electorally. You just listen into this. Listen into this. You'll be shocked to hear his words.
मैं ऐलान करता हूं कि मैं सरेआम इसकी खिलाफ वर्जी करूंगा और 15 साल और 16 साल और 12 साल और 10 साल के जवानों की शादियां कराऊंगा और उनमें खुद बैठूंगा। आप बताएंगे कि फिर आप किस तरह मेरा मुकाबला करते हैं। मैं आपके कानून को चैलेंज करता हूं, मैं आपकी कानून साजी को चैलेंज करता हूं, मैं आपकी ज़हनियत को चैलेंज करता हूं।
I will attend the marriages of 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds, viewers. The proposed Anti-Child Marriage Act of 2025, which has now been passed and has become a legislation there, facing all sorts of pressures. Minimum marriage age now is set at 18 for both males and females. Yet this individual wants to overturn, and he has been given full run to speak his mind out on the streets, to defy the law, and of course, viewers, encourage others to do so, and he is speaking in that parliament. I want to open this up because this is an unbelievably grotesque, sickening mentality. I am stunned that Pakistan still calls itself a member of the rules-based progressive order. It wants to be taken seriously. And you have members of parliament like this, viewers. Major Nadeem.
Basically, you are misleading. The Fazlur Rehman is a very renowned Islamic scholar also. He is not saying that he will defy. He said he will defy and challenge this law, right? Because he's saying he will challenge. Where he will challenge because according to the 227 Act of 1973 Pakistan Constitution, there is a privilege, a mandate has given that all the laws, existing laws and the laws coming should be in confirmation with the injection of the religion or Islam, right? So he is not wrong, right? Basically, government has different view, has different dimension. He has got different dimension. He is saying, as per the constitution, all the laws should not violate the Islamic injunctions, right? The Sharia should not be violated. He has this opinion, and he is giving a debate in the assembly, right? So he is not violating, he is not defying. He is saying that this law, this act, instead of enforcing, it should have been brought to the Islamic Ideological Council. There is the Islamic Ideological Council in Pakistan. So his point of view is there that this point or this act, before enforcing, should have been brought into the Islamic Ideological Council. His point of view is right because he's Islamic scholar, and according to Islam,
Are
right,
you in favor?
there is no restriction.
Major, you're an army man. I'm asking,
Yes.
are you in favor of old men like Fazlur Rehman, who was once called Maulana Fiddle Faddle by Ayaz Amir, if you remember, in the Dawn newspapers? Would you
Yes, I
would you
do.
want him to marry 9, 10, 11-year-olds? Just asking.
No. He's not talking about the age differences between the male and female. He is talking about the permitting age, right, or marriage age restraint, right? He's talking about that. In Pakistan, definitely Pakistan is in world index sixth number of where I think 1.9 million brides are less than of 18 years of age, but above 15 years of age, right? And very, I think less than 2% are less than 15 years, right? So please don't misguide, right? Moreover, I feel pity on you people because in your country, you are talking about where the volunteer sex working is permitted, right? Where the prostitution is illegal, right? And you are talking
आप एक
about
दो
this.
दफा आप एक दो दफा आइए
In Pakistan,
आप
mostly,
जब आपने एक मिनट
the
major
marriages
one
are
second
taken place
Okay,
above
okay.
16 years. This is
Right,
this
right.
is not I'm saying.
Right,
This is the
right.
world index is saying. Right?
Okay, that's fine. I'm not getting into all of that. I'm just curious to find out. You didn't answer me. I mean, I don't know, sir.
Yes.
I don't know if you would approve
I'm answering
of
you
children.
according
One second.
to
Major sir, one second. Let me just
Article
open this up.
227,
Let's get
227.
other views also. Let's get other views. I've heard you. You've given us a very lengthy explanation, said that this is according to Sharia.
Thank you.
Let me bring in Dr. Ranganathan. Dr. Ranganathan, some aspects of the Sharia also suggest that those who are not part of the faith should be treated in a manner which we would now all deem is perhaps out of, at some level, sync with modern or modernism. Let's be honest about it. What do you make of this response? And let's make this a four-window on top. Yes, doctor, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Rahul, look, you are quite right in your opinion to be shocked and say that this is unbelievable, draconian, barbaric. I'm afraid I'm not. I am in complete agreement with this Maulana Fazlur Rehman and Major Nadeem out there, because again, we are running the risk of sparing the fundamentals and snaring the fundamentalists. What this gentleman has said is exactly what is prescribed in Islam. For example, 434, men are in charge of women. Now, you may say that that is completely wrong, patriarchal, but that's the law, that's the hudud, that's the Sharia. And wife beating is allowed, 434. 223, women are your tilling field. Go howsoever way you wish to. You have 411, which says that women are allowed only half the inheritance as men are. And you have in Islam a precedence where I think the age was above 50, married someone who was 6 and the marriage was consummated at 9. So why blame the Maulana? Unless you also want to blame Islam, which Nadeem, even though he's a military man, would run away and be bereft of whatever he's wearing.
No, I'll never.
Yeah.
I'll never, sir.
Not-
In your country, prostitution is permitted. Prostitution
What is he
is
talking
an
about?
industry.
What is he talking about?
You are talking about in
Sir.
this world, where the de facto wife is
Sir,
allowed.
I mean,
Living with a girlfriend is allowed.
This
Carrying child
I don't know,
without
sir.
nikah is allowed.
आप मेजर साहब
And
आप
you are
क्या
pointing
ख्वाब
out
देख
to
रहे हैं?
Islam.
आप कहाँ के ख्वाब देख रहे हैं? क्या
Can I
ख्वाब
ask-
देख
I
रहे
am
हैं?
talking
आप-
logic.
Anyhow,
I am
why don't you
talking
respond?
facts.
Why don't you respond
Okay.
to
If-
one second.
this is what I'm
One second.
responding.
Major, one
These
second. Major,
facts
Major,
are
one
wrong.
second. Major,
Please
see.
tell me.
Let me
Major, one
clarify.
second. Let him
It's a
ask
simple
you a
question. He's a
question or
military
two.
man.
Yes.
He understands
Sir.
yes or no because I'm sure he's been to the kangaroo court. He understands
Yes,
yes
I
or no. Please
understand.
answer it.
Yes, I
Yeah, thank
understand.
you.
It has
Yeah,
a
so
logic
please answer
behind
in.
it, right?
Please, yeah, 1 second, sir. Please answer in yes or no. Do you advocate or support the marriage of a 54-year-old man to a 6-year-old woman? Yes or no?
No, never. This is wrong. You are using a wrong word. I said this law is the restraint on the age, not difference between the male and female, right? No man can marry, right? It's like this much difference, nobody allowed.
I know
Even in
Islam and he
Pakistan,
doesn't.
I have you are wrong, you are mistaken.
The
You
problem
know
is
your
Major
religion,
Nadeem.
you know
Major
your
Nadeem is
country.
caught in a
You know
familiar trap.
prostitution is an industry.
Major
You are
Nadeem
talking
is
from a
caught.
country
One
where
second,
the
one second, sir.
prostitution
One
is an
second. Calm
industry.
down, sir. I don't know because I see your two, your prime minister and the general there, to use the word that you are using, dash themselves before Mr. Trump. So I don't know. वो तो मुझे वही लग रहा है, sir. If someone goes, देखिए, look at them. He's gone with all the riches of Pakistan, viewers, and he says, ले लो sir, खुल के ले लो, please take. What am I expected to think, viewers? What am I expected to think?
But
This is
it
payment
not
for
paid,
what,
Lelo.
viewers? Payment for what?
Like in your
This is
country,
payment for
you
what?
Pay and Lelo.
This is payment
You
for
pay
what?
to
Sir,
any girl
don't
and
be
lay
cheap. Don't be cheap, Major. I'm not being cheap. I'm stating facts. When somebody goes with a whole box of great precious metals and says, le lijiye, what does it mean?
Yes.
In exchange
This
for
is-
what?
this is
In
our
exchange for
product.
what? Viewers,
This
just think
is our
about it. In
product.
exchange for what? And he is talking about
This
all
is
these
our product.
transactions. Anyhow, let me
This
just
is
bring
our
in
raw material.
Rajat. Let me just bring in Rajat City. See, viewers, this is Pakistan, and these people are elected to the assembly and to, of course, they're in power in some provinces, and they sit in parliament, viewers. And Shehbaz Sharif says, please join our government. Let's make this all part of state policy. This is where Pakistan is, viewers. They export donkeys, and they also go out there offering these riches
But we don't export girls. We don't
to
export
robber
girls.
barons.
Proper-
One second, let me just bring in. You see, viewers, they can only abuse. They can't argue. So let me just bring in Rajat Sethi. Mr. Sethi, explain what is going on here. What is really going on? What does this tell you? Because there is a whole bunch of people in this country who say that there are great people in Pakistan. Don't deal with their leadership, but deal with the evolved people of Pakistan. Is this who they are sending to parliament and several like him?
See, Rahul, I think this is the dark underbelly of Pakistan. It's not just the Maulana. Look at the sheer joy with which the other parliamentarians are banging the table in sheer joy and ecstasy. I don't know what kind of his hidden dreams are around these core issues of human rights. And coincidentally, and the sheer irony of it, Pakistan happens to be the chair of the United Nations Human Rights Committee. It was elected to this position on the 14th of October just last year.
Yes.
Why this happens, do you know, Rahul? I think the reason is that they keep this thin layer, this two-phased approach. One is to cater to their very, very Sharia-driven population, but they keep a thin veneer on the top to sit, and flash it before the international audience and try and hoodwink them and fool them, because that's what they've been doing. And they have been trying to curry favors by wearing those suits and those Western outfits to fool the Americans and to fool the Western audience that they are this modern avatar of Islam, which unfortunately is not true. And what this Maulana is saying is the true body politic of the Pakistani political class. There is absolutely, don't expect anybody out there to go out, have the guts to oppose the Maulana. And these high elites sitting in Lahore and certain circles in Islamabad, they are afraid of these people. But they belong to, that feeding mechanism, whose job is to present a very soft face internationally and keep protecting these Maulanas and keep feeding them and feeding their narratives all throughout. It is one and the same edifice, functioning in two different ways, and that's about it. The sooner the world understands, the sooner they will try and stop this kind of ironical situations where they have to appoint Pakistan of all people as the head of the United Nations Human Rights Council.
Yes,
Basically, you are
doctor.
jealous
1 second. Let doctor come in. He's raised his hand.
1,000 years.
Okay, sir. 1 second. Sir,
this
look, we are not the
religion
ones who are taking
2,000
hiras to Trump from the mandi of Pakistan. We are not taking. We are not taking. 1 second. Let me just bring in doctor. Doctor, yes. Doctor, please. Doctor. It's okay. It's okay. General, major, or whatever. It is okay.
The doctor very well knows.
Yes. Doctor has diagnosed you guys right. Yes.
No. And this is one disease that cannot be diagnosed. No, but look, to give the good major his due and the Maulana, there is one panelist who's missing on this panel. And that panelist could either be Asaduddin Owaisi or a member of the All India Muslim Personal Law Board, because that also advocates exactly the same. They do not follow or do not advocate the following of the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act in India. So it is not a Pakistan problem. It is not a Pakistan issue or an Indian issue. They are Muslims before they are Pakistanis or Indians. Please understand that. And I find nothing wrong in it because they're following their religious scriptures.
No.
Hence you are saying that spare. Yeah, okay. So hence you say.
Hence I say we snare the fundamentalists but spare the fundamentals.
Because this is
What
a
about
problem. And
Hindu
remember, General Munir himself is on record to say that Pakistan was founded. Pakistan was founded
on two-nation theory.
No, not just two nations, but to
What
be.
happened to Bangladesh then?
But to be the Bangladesh to bhag gaya. Now they're trying to run
Bangladesh
after
still
it.
with us now.
Now they're trying
It
to
is
run
one of our
after it.
units.
I think Munir should give them the same great jewels and pearls.
It is one of our
जो
units.
आप
It has come
ट्रम्प
back.
को देख रहे हैं. हाँ सर, आपके ख्वाब में आ रहा है वापस. Anyhow, the point is, viewers, this, and this is the issue, viewers. This is the mindset. And don't believe these Indian wokes who tell
I
you
didn't say
that Pakistan is
I'm
some
favoring
evolved
Fazlur
place,
Rehman.
that Pakistanis by and large will come out onto the streets. They are for progress. They are for views that are inimical to anything that is revacious. No, viewers. They elect these people, and their elected representatives cheer this kind of perversion. You saw that. I'll leave it to this.